Hey, it's your Scale Up Biz Coach Lori McNaughton coming to you again with another short video on how you can improve and maximize the results you're getting in your business. And if you do this one thing and do it consistently, and you're not going to do it consistently for a day or a week or a month, you're going to do it consistently for at least a quarter, I guarantee you that things will start to change dramatically. So what is that one thing? It's pay attention to the 80-20 rule. So what is the 80-20 rule? If you haven't heard of it, maybe you've heard of the Pareto principle. It's a similar rule. Basically what it says is that 80% of the results that you get in your business will come from 20% of the resources that you have in your business. Now think about it from a funny kind of way is, if you go to a picnic, 20% of the people there are going to eat 80% of the food. If you go to a party, 20% of the people there are going to drink 80% of the booze, and it soon becomes pretty evident who that is. But my point here for this video here today is to give you a tool that you can use to really increase the results that you're getting in your business. So paying attention to your 20 and also understanding what the 80 is. So you own the company, 20% of what you do gives you 80% of the results that you're getting in your business. So what does that mean when you look at it from the other perspective? That means 80% only gives you 20%. So let me ask you this. What would your business look like if you spent a quarter, a half, and a year just working on the 20%? Now you can't just stop the 80. Maybe you can, because some of the 80 is completely a waste of your time, but you're going to need to maybe outsource that or delegate that to another team member in your company. So get clear on what that 80-20 is. What is the 20%? Because it's in your marketing. 20% of your marketing gets you 80% of your results, and this is why it's so important to measure your marketing activities for. So what does it cost you to get a lead from? Let's say you spend $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month on marketing. How many leads did that marketing generate? And then you can figure out what your cost per lead is. And then when you go from that next level, thinking about the sales funnel, you may have a phone call then. And so it might be, you might also measure positive phone calls. So that leads to a meeting, for instance. So you would measure how many leads, but how many meetings did I get as a result of that marketing? And then of course you want to measure your, whoever's your sales team, what are their results? So if they talk to 10 people, they get 2 clients, 3 clients, 4 clients, whatever that may be. You need to measure that, because first of all, if you got a sales team of 10 or 20, in some cases a lot more than that, and those people who have a lot of salespeople measure this all the time. For you small business owners that have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you need to do it anyway, because you want to know. Here's the thing. First of all, successful salespeople want to be judged on the results that they get. They don't want to be judged on, if they show up to work on time or whatever they do. Here's the thing. If you had a salesperson and that salesperson made you $1 million, would you care what that person did, how they got about doing that? Obviously, we want them to be ethical about the way that they approach that. But would you care if they sat on their phone and just called people up and sold stuff? Or would you be insistent that they run out and go see people? Anyways, the point being is remember, because your marketing, 20% of your marketing gets you 80% of your results. Your sales team, 20% of your sales team is going to get you 80% of your results. Now, as your business grows, so does your 20% need to grow. And so also thinking it from the perspective of customers, 20% of your customers typically will provide you 80% of revenue and profit. Now you want to measure them both. Why? Because some customers, and I typically have coached people in the construction industry, whether that's home building or drywalling or drywall contractors, electrical contractors, insulation contractors, roofing contractors, all those people. You want to measure the first of all, how much how much revenue does each one of these reoccurring clients get, and then how much profit am I making off of those? Because you may have some sort of legacy clients when you look at them, or clients that are way more demanding, and or maybe every time they get you to do a quote, they want you to take some negotiate it down. You want to measure that because you just want, at the end of the day, you want to go, you know what? This guy here is taking up 80% of our time, or these customers here are taking up 80% of our time, but they're only accounting for 20% of our revenue or 20% of our profit. If we got rid of those people, wrote them a nice letter and say, you know what, we're just so busy that we won't be able to look after you anymore. Here's a couple of competitors that you can give a call to. And then you actively pursued to find more people like the 20 that give you the 80. What would your business look like a year from now? Really focusing in on that 80-20 rule in terms of your customers. And again, you need to measure this. So for you, Mr. Business Owner, write everything that you do down. Answering emails, making phone calls, I don't know, sweeping the floor, team meetings, team training, going out and talking to customers, networking, everything that you possibly do in your business. And then I really want you to go, that's 20, that's part of the 20, this is part of the 80, this is part of the 80, this is part of the 80. There's going to be way more 80, right? And so you're going to look at that 80 and you're going to say, okay, some of that I can just stop doing completely because it's a completely waste of everybody's time. And I guarantee you that you'll find something like that. And then you can take the other parts and outsource it to either outsource it to another company, or you can delegate it to somebody on your team, or if need be, you could hire somebody else. Because if you think about, your role as the business owner of the company is to drive the growth of the company. And if you're, doing orders or making phone calls or doing the work or whatever like that, that's taken away from you being able to grow and drive the growth of the business. So make a list of everything that you do, mark beside it. This is 20 that gets me the 80. This is the 80 that gets me the 20. Delegate or outsource, or just stop doing some of that part of that 80%. And you'll see a dramatic shift in your business. Not going to happen tomorrow, but those small decisions and choices that you make today, if you stick to them, which is the important part, right? If you stick to them 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, everything is going to look different. If you're not finding time to work on your business, the 20 is in there. Your part of your 20% is in you working on your business, figuring out strategies for growth, hiring at the top level of people. Like if you've got a fairly large organization, you shouldn't be hiring the people that are going to come in and twist wrenches or pull wire or put up drywall or put insulation. You should not be doing that. But you should, every single person that's in a leadership role, you should be hiring. Now that's at that first level in an organization chart. So I hope this helps. Really, really, again, I can't say this enough. This 80-20 rule is an important part of the growth of any company. There's plenty of books written on it. If you want to go online and just Google 80-20 rule or Pareto principle, you'll find plenty of books to read on that. I got a couple of books on there on my shelf that specific to the 80-20 rule. But the important thing is just to understand it, is just to say, okay, I know 20% of what I do is giving me 80% of the results that I want in my business. So that's where I need to focus most of my attention. Thanks for listening. And in the future, if you're interested in finding out what it's like to work with me, just go to lauriemcnaughton.com or scaleupbizcoach.com and just scroll down a bit. There's a link in there. You can book a 15-minute discovery meeting. And in that time, and the point that I want to make about this, because I think about the 80-20 rule, part of the 80 for me is talking to people who either cannot afford what I do, don't see the value in it, but they just want to chew the fat with me, or there's somebody who just does not embrace change at all. I want to find that out in that 15 minutes. So if I in that 15 minutes say I can help you with this, and know that you're the kind of person that would make what I call an A grade customer or client, that I know for sure we're going to get results with, then we'll book a complimentary coaching session where I will invest an hour and a half of my time with you to ensure your success and your growth. And my thing here is, in the next 6 years, I want to help 1,000 business owners scale their businesses up without feeling burnt out on a regular basis. So you know who you are. Go to my website, click on that link, book yourself a 15-minute discovery meeting. We'll have a quick conversation and we'll go from there. Hopefully get to meet with you and talk with you in the future. And until then, have a great day, and I wish you much success. Thanks, and take care. Bye.